Hello everyone. In this quick video, I will be explaining you all what the QEP Scavenger Hunt assignment is. All right, if you look with me here on the screen, I am in our home page. In our course page, go to course content. All QEP related materials are located in the QEP module that you can see up here. Okay, in the table of content, you will see that the QEP Scavenger Hunt is the last item. You will click on that. And then you will see some assignment information popped up here. Of course, the most important ones that you'll see is the direction, but you'll also note that you have the due date and the points possible. All right, so let me first explain the specific assignment, and then after that, I will explain how to make a submission for this assignment. All right, so there are two tasks in this scavenger hunt assignment. Okay, and please, please, please be aware or be informed that please do be informed that you have to do both tasks in order to receive full credit. Okay, in the past I've had so many students mistaken or somehow mistaken that there is a choice to be taken here, that you only had to do one or two, and that is not the case. So please understand that you have to do both tasks in order to receive full credit. All right, so task one asks you to kind of conduct a little scavenger hunt in Galileo. Um, so in Galileo, I want you to find a full text article on the topic of plagiarism. Okay, and it can be a popular source such as a magazine article or a scholarly article if you feel that you're ready to tackle a scholarly source. Okay, but basically find an article, a full text article in Galileo on the topic of plagiarism. It can be anything about plagiarism. All right, so as you're in Galileo researching and looking for this article, you want to document your search step by step in chronological order, including details such as the database, the keywords the database that you use, the keywords that you enter, and so forth, and the search filters. To do this, yeah, I want you to know, or I want you to list step by step the things that you do that lead you to your article. So number one may be, you search, you type in galileo.usg.edu, and that you type in the box, in the search box, plagiarism, and then you looked at an article called blah blah, right? So document every single step that you take that leads you to your article. And as you're browsing the different results, the different possible sources, okay, browse in mind with the goal of picking one of these articles to use. Okay, so once you've decided an article on plagiarism that you really like, read it. Then after that, provide a brief summary of the article in your own words. Now, if you've used Galileo before, you know that Galileo provides an abstract for most of their articles in the databases. Do not copy and paste the abstract and pass it off as your own summary. Okay, that would be plagiarism. All right, and you don't want to do that. Anyway, read the article and provide a brief summary of the article in your own words. Then after your brief summary, I want you to document the article completely, fully in MLA style, right? At this point, you should have already viewed the MLA PowerPoint instructions on this concept, on this style. Then after that, defend your selection by examining how it fits the stated criteria and blah, blah. Then after you've summarized and fully document the article in MLA style, kind of uh, uh, briefly explain how that article is appropriate for schoolwork, how that the source that you use is appropriate and reliable for submission for this assignment. And some of the things that you can say is that, well, it comes from Galileo, and you will always be advised to conduct research for your schoolworks only in Galileo. So you can say that, or you can say that, this source, this article is written by a scholar, okay, that, at that point alone will qualify, will render the article qualified and reliable for schoolworks just by virtue of who its author is. All right, so that's task one. Okay, task two asks that you will conduct a scavenger hunt outside of Galileo, perhaps in Google. Now you know the difference between Galileo and the rest of the World Wide Web, right? So you can certainly research in Galileo for this second task. I want you to research two academic citation and documentation styles such as MLA, APA, Chicago/Turabian styles, CMS. I think there's a CMS styles. But anyway, please note that besides MLA, there are other academic styles that other disciplines use as well to guide their citation and documentation practices. Okay, so once you pick two academic styles that you want to research on, such as MLA, and you are welcome to use MLA as one of the two styles. For each of the style, I want you to research so that you know enough about each one of the styles in these terms. You want to state its full name, such as, well, MLA is just an acronym. What does it stand for? For example, it stands for Modern Language Association. I want you to briefly explain some general principles of the style, such as such as the font size or the font type that is preferred, the basic format, the basic format, the basic documentation format, um, such as you would always give last name first. You would always give the name first, followed by the titles of the article, title of the article, followed by title of the publication, and that in MLA. The in-text documentation has a basic format of, author's last name followed by page number and so forth. Okay, and for each of the style, you also want to identify the disciplines that tend to use the style, such as in MLA. Um, such as MLA is usually used by the humanities disciplines, such as philosophy, of course, English, history, religion, and disciplines like that. Okay. And then as with task number one, you also want to document your step, your search step by step, and you can just list it or list the steps or number the steps. And then of course you want to briefly defend the website that you use to gather this information. You want to explain how the websites or the sources, the online sources of your choice, are appropriate for use for academic work, such as, well, it's a .edu website, it's a .gov website, or the author is, you know, um, is a professor or anything like that. Okay, would qualify for defense. Now, you can type up all of these tasks, your responses to all of the specific instructions for both tasks in our Microsoft Word document, and you can save it and you can upload it here. This is also your Dropbox, as I say, this is also your Dropbox. Okay, so if you're going to write up all of this, your answers in a Microsoft Word document and save it, and you want to upload it, then you'll go in here and you will click on Browse My Computer, and you will find your whatever your document, and you upload it, and then you click submit, which is up here, or you can click on write submission, which will give you a text box in which to write up both your answers for both tasks, and then after that you will click submit. But I would recommend that you go ahead and you use a Microsoft Word document, um, and you keep track of your answers and save it as you go. Okay, but either way is acceptable. Okay, and this is how you document it. And so please, please be aware that you have to do both tests. This is not an option one or the other. Okay, you have to do both. All right, and that it is submitted here. And by now you should know that I am very strict with deadlines. So make sure that your deadline, that you meet the deadline. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know.